What's up everyone, Lily's here. Today I'm gonna use this formal letter question in Cambridge 17 general training to show you how to fully develop the 3 bullet points. Often we find ourselves able to come up with only one sentence for each bullet point. In today's video, I'm gonna share with you guys how we can add more details to each bullet point to make them fully developed. Let's look at the question first. You recently booked a part-time course at a college. You now need to cancel your booking. Write a letter to the college administrator. In your letter, say which part-time course you booked. Explain why you need to cancel your booking. Ask about booking a different course. So the first bullet point asks us to say which part-time course we booked. Let's say we booked Chemistry 201. The key to fully develop your Chemistry 201 course is to add some details about the course, to add some information about the course. The first place to look for details is in the question itself. As you can see, the course is part-time, and you booked it only recently. You can include these two pieces of information in your writing. You can use the original wording part-time and recently. Or even better, you can be creative and say that you booked the course a few days ago or last week instead of recently. Apart from using the information already provided in the question, we also need to dream up some details ourselves. It's actually not that hard. It's a course. What can we say about the course? How about on what days we will have the classes and who will be teaching them? Let's say the course is scheduled for every Monday and Wednesday, and Mr. Stone will be teaching the course. And don't forget that you booked the course only recently, so you could say that the course hasn't begun yet, or say something like you have only taken the course once or a couple of times. I will use this, it's easier. Now we have 6 details. That's enough for the first bullet point. Now, how can we organize these details into a paragraph? I would always start my paragraph by giving a direct response to the corresponding bullet point. So, the first bullet point asks us to say which part-time course we booked. I will first give a direct answer to it by saying that the course is Chemistry 201. Dear Sir or Madam, I'm writing to inform you that although I just signed up for the part-time Chemistry 201 course last week, I will need to drop the class. Note how this sentence directly gives a response to the bullet point. And then I will tell more about the course by adding these 2 details. The class is scheduled for every Monday and Wednesday with Mr. Stone. Now let's add this detail. I hope this won't be an issue since the course has not begun yet. Now let's move on to the second bullet point. Explain why you need to cancel your booking. Again, I will start the paragraph by giving a direct answer to this bullet point. I need to cancel the booking because the course conflicts with my work schedule. I signed up for Chemistry 201 without realizing that the times conflict with my work schedule. This brings us to the next tip. Try to give 2 reasons for your topic sentence. And when possible, try to make the 2 reasons you give sound like just one. I mean, try to make your first reason leads naturally to the next, so that as a whole, they sound like just one reason. This isn't possible every time, but you should definitely do it if it's possible. The first reason I will give to support this topic sentence will be an explanation of how the course conflicts with the work schedule. Unfortunately, my boss changed my schedule, adding a 3-hour block where the lab portion is supposed to be. Now, do you see why I chose chemistry to be the course I booked? I chose chemistry so that here I can be more creative talking about the lab experiment. Now, if you just use this one single reason to support your topic sentence, you may be unable to reach the required minimum word count of 150 words. That's why we need to add another reason. Ask yourself, why do you have to choose your work over the course? I need to be able to keep my job in order to pay for school and my living expenses. So sadly, I will need to cancel this enrollment. Do you see how I used 2 reasons to support the topic sentence but made them sound like just one? This is one reason naturally flowing to the next. But again, this isn't possible every time. Finally, the third bullet point. Ask about booking a different course. Just like what I did in the last paragraph, I will first give a direct response to this bullet point. I still have a number of courses I need to take in order to complete my degree. Would it be possible to enroll in one of those instead? And then I will add some details to support this topic sentence. To respond to this bullet point, of course, we need to say what course we want to book. Let's say we want to book the algebra course. Algebra is just a math course. I will give 2 reasons why I want to book this course. So instead of just dreaming up some random reasons, we can try to utilize the information we already provided in the previous paragraphs to come up with a reason. This way, our essay will be more coherent. So in the last paragraph, I mentioned that I have to cancel the chemistry course because it conflicts with my work schedule. That is to say, the new course I want to book must not be in conflict with my work schedule. I looked at the course catalog and noticed that the algebra course would fit well into my work schedule. Using the idea of my work schedule again and again makes the essay more coherent because it makes the essay has a main storyline, which is my work schedule. You can now end your essay with something like, I would be grateful if you would allow me to switch. Or you can also add a second reason to make this sentence more complex. Another reason why I want to book the algebra course is that I need to fulfill my mathematics requirement. Since I still need to fulfill my mathematics requirement, I would be grateful if you would allow me to switch. Here, fulfill my mathematics requirement means that I need to take some mathematics courses in order to complete my degree. Sincerely, Lily King. Here's the entire essay. Please pay close attention to how the first sentence of each paragraph directly answers the corresponding bullet point, and how I use the details to support the first sentence. And when thinking of details, try to look for inspiration from the question itself. For example, I was able to add details like part-time, last week, and the course has not started, all because I read the question carefully. Also, key information like the work schedule is best used again to make your essay more coherent. Now, let's use what we've just learned to write this informal letter. This letter question is also in Cambridge 17 general training. Remember that we can start each paragraph by giving a direct answer to the corresponding bullet point. The first bullet point asks you to recommend a new sport that would be suitable for your friend to learn. So I will start the first paragraph by saying that my recommendation is figure skating. You asked me to recommend a new sport for you to try, and my recommendation is figure skating. The second bullet point asks you to explain how your friend could learn this sport. I will give a direct answer to it by saying that you could start learning to figure skate by signing up for classes here in town. So why do I say here in town? Because the question says your friend lives in your town. The third bullet point asks you to suggest that you both learn this sport together. So in the very first sentence of the third paragraph, you simply suggest that you guys learn it together. Maybe we could attend the classes together. Next, we need to expand the 3 topic sentences. This won't be very hard if we use the information already provided in the question to help us generate ideas. The question says, your English-speaking friend. This means your friend probably doesn't speak your local language very well. Perhaps in paragraph 2, you could say something like, the coaches all speak good English, so you don't need to worry about the language issue. Or perhaps in paragraph 3, you could say how you can help your friend overcome the language issue if you guys learn it together. But let's start with the first paragraph. So my recommendation is figure skating. And then, of course, I need to add details explaining why this sport would be suitable for my friend to learn. I will give 2 reasons. The first reason is that I think it'd be the perfect sport for you since you already know how to skate and have been speed skating for the past few years. The second reason is that I think you'd love the pretty dresses figure skaters wear for competitions. Now, let's expand the second topic sentence. You could start learning to figure skate by signing up for classes here in town. First of all, we can provide some information about the classes. They are offered on both a weekly and a monthly basis and are fairly affordable considering how much you'd learn in each session. My second reason will be about the language issue. All their trainers speak good English, so you don't need to worry about any communication problems. Finally, the last topic sentence, maybe we could turn the classes together. I will just explain why I would be a good candidate to learn the sport with my friend. I'm not a great skater, but I know the basics, and I'm sure with a bit of practice and good guidance, I would be doing triple axel jumps in no time. Now, I will end the paragraph by saying, anyways, I'm totally open to signing up together if you are. Let me know what you think. These two sentences are not necessary, but I think it's a good idea to mention the classes again to make the letter more coherent. Here's the entire letter. That's all for this video. You may also be interested in learning some useful tips for writing tests too. Be sure to check out this video. Thanks for watching. Bye!